All right, so we have Outlaw Life Psychic Enterprises with Melissa Bryan today. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Markus wasn't able to come on today. Some family emergency happened.
I understand. That's fine.
So we're going to wing it, and it'll be great.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
I'm going to bring on Rochelle.
Hello.
Hey.
All right. Well, do you want to start off by telling us a little bit about Outlaw Life Psychic Enterprises?
Yeah, that's my business here at home, and I've been a psychic for 44 years. I'm also a medium, an energy healer. Oh my gosh, there's so many different things I do. I'm also a genealogist. I can quote backward, forward, A to Z on my tree. And I do a lot of different things with this. I help law enforcement with finding the missing. And I'm really actually very good at it, and I enjoy what I do. I love my work. I love spirit. Spirit's my rock. They, bless my ancestors, they have been my rock. They've been there for me since the very beginning. So, I gotta give them a shout out. Mwah, I love you guys. You guys know I love you. Mwah, I'm gonna hug the stuffings out of you. And we're just very tight. I absolutely love my work, and I love what I do.
Very cool. So we got V Team Paranormal says hi.
Hello.
So tell me about a little bit more. I'm kind of interested in you help the police find missing people. How does that work?
Yes, I do. I have about 15 cases under my belt. 4 of them made the AP wire. One of them was the Kit Carson co-op robbery case. All the president had to do of the co-op had to do was say, we've been robbed, and bingo, information just started coming. I had to step outside because when it comes at me, it comes like a tidal wave, I have to give the entire message or I lose all of it. So I ran home real quick, wrote everything down as fast as what spirit was giving it to me. And I called the co-op president and said, hey, I've got this information. Here's everything you need to know. If law enforcement needs anything on this case, call me, let me know. I'm there, And that kind of started it out. And then there was the Holy Cross Convent fire, which they were going to turn the old convent building into offices and shops and things like that. I wanted to have a shop in the building because I felt so warm and so loved and connected and, just so warmly welcomed. And so I thought, it would be a good thing to do that. And my husband called me and said, the convent's on fire. I goes, what? What do you mean the convent's on fire? And he said, turn on the local news. I go, okay. So I turned it on and goes, and my heart just sank. And I mean sank right into the ground. I was like, oh no, this is not happening. Really sad, devastating thing. And it turns out that there was a murder involved with that case, because what had happened was there were 3 homeless people having some sort of a party. They got all liquored up, pizza and all that stuff. And 2 of them killed one of them. And I went there probably a couple days later, just to say goodbye to the building, because it was so devastating for me. It felt like a part of me had burned, They were kind of a part of my heart, they took a part of me with them. And I was standing there, saying goodbye and, giving my condolences and all that. And there was an older lady, real short, maybe about 5'1", 5'2", I'd say, full nun's habit with a young man, more modern clothing, standing there. And I asked her, is this was this young man killed? I go, he nodded yes. I said, are you going to take him over? She said, yes. And I said, okay, go be con Dios. And they turned and walked away, and I never saw him again. And so what I saw, I basically told the security guard what I'd seen. He goes, oh, yeah, right. No, I'm serious as to what I'm seeing. And about a year and a half later, it came out in the newspaper, both cases. And on one of them, I only missed like 3 small points on it, 3 small details. And then on the other one, I only missed like a couple of small details. But other than that, I hit. And when I found out I'd hit on him, I sat back with my jaw on the floor going, oh, this is not real. This is not real. Oh, my God, this is not real. Whoa. I was kind of shocked, blown away, really. But, bless my ancestors. And my guide, David, I got to give a shout out to my guide, David. He's the one that pulls all these records and helps me get the info and all that. That man is one of the greatest souls I've ever known.
Very nice. So that's woofda.
Yeah.
And then my most recent one made the local, I guess, rounds. It was a young man that had drowned in the Klamath River over here, and I was able to find out where he put his boat in the water. And then he showed me scene by scene, almost like a movie film, if you will, as to what happened and how it happened in the manner that he died and what happened to him. And so they asked me to come see, where he might be in the river so they could bring him out of the water and bury him with his family. And so I said, okay, yeah, I'll come down and I'll take a look. Sure enough, I come down there. I look about maybe 1,000 yards, maybe a couple hundred yards out, further north, upriver instead of downriver. I saw a young man looking exactly like the victim in this case, and he was standing there just staring at me. I'm like, he's right there. I'm looking right at him. He's standing right over there. And they're like, you're sure? I said, oh, I'm 110% positive. They're like, well, do you want to look downriver? I said, yeah, sure, let's look downriver. I looked downriver. You weren't there. No. I went back. I said, there he is. He's right up there, standing right there looking at me. They're like, you're sure? I said, I am gut sure. I am gut sure. And I mean sure as sure can be. I can't make this stuff up. They're like, yeah, right. I goes, no, serious. Go look over there. About a couple hundred yards that way. He's on that side of the river. You're going to find him. Sure enough, they went over there. They found him.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then maybe a few weeks later, his aunt spotted me in Walmart, coming into Walmart over in Wairika, California. And she said, you're the one who's got that podcast upriver, right? I go, yeah, I've got a podcast. I've got a book. I've got a lot of irons in the fire. That's for sure. And she said, you're the one that helped us find my nephew. Thank you so much. I goes, you're very welcome. That's the best news I've heard is that big thank you. That's what I'm after. I know I don't want nothing for it. Just the thank you is enough. That really lit me up. That was like, yeah.
Wow.
Well, yeah, one of the coolest things about working in the paranormal is getting to help people. So that's like the perfect example.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I love my work. I love my work. I would not trade it for the world.
So do you, how are your feelings on crystals? Do you use crystals? Do you have an opinion on them?
I do. Actually, I have a large collection of them. I love my crystals. I have a crystal ball. Yeah, I do. I actually have a crystal ball. I have a little stand for it, and I have a little thing that turns color and kind of lights it up and makes the colors dance. So it's really cool. It's a really sweet little setup.
Awesome. So you know what all of the crystals' different uses are for and all of that?
Oh yeah. On mine I do. Yeah.
Awesome. What's your favorite kind?
Mine is tourmaline because it kind of helps me block out like really bad energies, and then I love citrine because it helps bring in prosperity.
Very cool. So I was Facebook stalking you a little bit before we started the show, of course, and and I saw that you guys were in the parade.
I wasn't in it, but I filmed it.
You filmed it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. You don't really see that. Like Minnesota Spirit Hunters was in the parade locally here as a float, and everybody that I talked to was talking about how they've never seen that before. So when I seen the post on it, I was like, "Oh, that's really cool! Somebody else did it."
No, I filmed the whole thing. I wasn't in it. I wasn't able to because I don't have enough banners. I don't have my banners yet. Not the new ones. I was gonna update them, but time and money just did not cooperate.
That happens for sure. Anything you want to ask?
And yes, I got to hug a Squatchy character in a Squatch costume. I got to hug him and give him a great old big kiss for good luck.
Oh God, can you imagine being in a costume like that in that heat? Oh,
Oh God, horrible. Yeah. Hun, do you mind I'm on a podcast? Sorry, we've got a few wildfires burning up here, and yeah, it's bad.
no. Nothing close to you, or?
The first two, the Yeti fire and the McKinney fire, got right close to us. The Yeti got about 4 miles from us, and the McKinney, as the crow flies, got 45 miles from us.
That's scary.
Wow.
Yeah, it was terrifying. I didn't sleep well for like a week, and a bunch of my people up here, some friends of mine, got burned entirely out. They lost everything.
Oh,
Wow.
And it broke me. That devastated me because they were going to help me get my startup here, and now we have to completely rebuild.
Yep. Wow, that's devastating.
So if anyone, I'm going to give a shout out to Klamath River Community Center. You guys, I love you guys. And, we're going to help you guys rebuild. We're going to get the job done.
Yep.
hey guys.
Okay, what's going on in comments? What we got here? Oh, right on. Okay, hey y'all.
So, do you have any equipment that you like to use?
I do actually. I love my pendulums. I love my dowsing rods, and I like to use Spirit Box. I have an SB7, and I also have a regular voice recorder. I have video cameras. I have my cell phone, which I routinely record on. I have all kinds of different like spirit apps on my phone. I have the whole paranormal section on that, and I love using that stuff because I talk to my ancestors like all the time now.
Yeah, I was going to ask how you feel about the apps. If you're able to communicate with spirits normally.
Do you mind muting this, please? Otherwise, I have to go in the other room. Mute it, please. It doesn't matter. Mute it. I'm sorry. I have to go in the other room. My husband wants to watch the news, and I can't hear over that. I apologize.
No worries.
Annoying.
No,
annoying. Even though it's hotter than hell in this room, it's the only place I can get some quiet. Sorry about that. I apologize.
No worries. Are y'all good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm all good now.
I was just
I
going to
can
ask.
hear. I can hear you guys. I just couldn't hear you over them.
So I was going to ask, being that you are able to see and communicate with spirits normally, when you use the apps on your phone, is there one over the other that you would recommend that's more accurate?
Well, let me see here.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I think it's because she exited to look at her, or not exited, but swiped to look at her apps.
Oh.
Let's check out the comments for a minute. Can't get behind pendulums, dowsing rods.
The Sono X10S Spirit Box, both of those are really great apps and they work really well.
Awesome.
Because the SOS actually helps me see who's around me that I can't see physically.
Yeah. The only problem I've found with SLS cameras is it picks up on random stuff that isn't actually like a picture or like a chair leg that is angled. It'll think it's like a person sitting there, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen some really great evidence using them.
Yeah, one of them that routinely comes through is my cousin Billy. He likes to sit there and practice drawing his pistol. He's one of my ancestors from the OLSE. We like to stand there and practice drawing his pistol. And he comes through really clearly on that.
Cool.
Let's see here.
Rochelle, did you have any questions? Whoa, dropped my pencil. Did you have any questions?
Probably further in.
Okay. How far are we? I don't even know.
17 minutes.
All right. So another thing I was going to ask is, what kind of future plans do you have for Outlaw Life Psychic Enterprises?
Well, I do want next year to go. Bandit, stop! I'm sorry, my dog. He's being an annoying ball of fur right now. Say hi, Bandit. Say hi, sweetheart. Yeah, when I'm in here, he's my best friend. Anyway, next year I would like to go on a road trip filming for my book to show where and how I had my experiences with spirit.
Oh, wow.
Filming for my book.
Okay. So where will that take you?
Well, that will take me through Oregon, California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Texas, Wyoming, Kansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Texas, and then I'm going to go back east to see some family and friends, and we're going to Tennessee, Virginia. I've got to go settle down some of my ancestors over in Jamestown that I hear are bugging the heck out of the living. I got to go tell them, knock it off. I'm going to go to New Jersey, New York, Wisconsin, Missouri, and then home.
Holy moly. Pretty much all the states. Okay.
Almost all. Yeah, almost.
You're going to be very busy.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I would like to. I just have to find sponsors and stuff, and I have to get a hold of like a tour bus, because buses are, I guess, easier to go on the road with because, they're designed for long travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where other vehicles can break down and lots of tech issues, and I just don't want to mess with all that.
No, for sure. There's actual companies that do like around the country bus tours and stuff. So if you can find one that hits most.
Yeah, but we're not going on the bus tours. I want to get one of my own.
Oh, gotcha.
I want to get an actual tour bus.
That would be cool.
Yes.
You could fix up an old school bus into a tour bus.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm very heavily thinking about it. No, not right now. No, not right now. Be a gentleman. Stop. Sorry, my dog.
So Bad to the Bone says, Melissa, how long have you been in the field?
I have been in the field for 44 years.
Oh, long time. Awesome.
Since I was about the age of 3, I saw my first spirit. It tried to go after my then infant sister. And of course, I told it, get the hell out of my home, stay out, do not come back. And sure enough, it left.
Way to do it.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Hey, Courtney.
Old school bus. That would be cool. Yeah. I've seen people fix up old school buses into campers, all kinds of stuff. It's a lot of
Yeah, I would like to fix it up as a camper because I'd like a place to, have a bathroom and a bedroom to rest and a couch to, either watch TV or, work on my stuff. A dinette and a kitchen and all that. I have to have my kitchen. I'm literally lost without my kitchen.
You don't like cooking outside?
Yeah, I can cook outside. I can Dutch oven cook. I learned from actual Dutch oven masters how to cook with Dutch ovens. So yeah, I could do it. It's just a little bit more difficult.
Sure.
And with a lot of storm or red flag warnings, it kind of makes it a little bit more tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you're at now for sure.
Yeah.
So back to Brandon's question, if you had to pick one piece of equipment, what would your top pick be?
I would have to say pendulum. I love my pendulum. I've got like 7 different pendulums and they're really pretty.
Are they freestanding or do you hold them?
No, I hold them. I mean, I do have a little hook I can put them on with a little board that gives answers. I do have that, but if I needed it. But yeah, I typically just hold it.
Right. Crossing things out as we go. I always have a list.
If you could go to an investigation anywhere, what would be your top pick?
Oh my gosh. Anywhere in the Southwest. I've been to Cimarron, New Mexico. That place is a hotspot. And I have had so many experiences there, all of them positive, I assure you. But I've had many experiences there. I have a couple of photos. I captured something. I captured a big, huge white orb in the salon living room area, and it looks like something trying to form into like, I guess you would a spirit, I do have a photo. I'll send that to you guys after the show. But yeah, it's really intriguing as a place. I just absolutely love it. All my ancestors come through there from the Old West, and we all hang out together. So it's really nice.
Very cool. Is there like a number one place like across the ocean that would be your number one pick?
Oh, across the ocean? No, unfortunately. But I've heard of a couple of places I'd like to do. I've been invited to Ireland and Scotland and England and those areas, and I hear they have some really wicked haunted places.
Yeah.
I would love to visit there.
See, maybe
like some of the castles. I have to go tell my ancestors to put bug in the living.
You could do a European tour.
I would love. One day I will. One day I will, because my mother's family is also from Italy, and I've visited a few places there that have some very, very strange.
Right.
Nice. Another question I have was, if you could give one piece of advice to a new investigator, what would it be?
Protect yourself. Protection is always, always key. Set your boundaries, set them often, and set them early.
So what kind of protections do you mean? Like what is there that they could do?
Like you could, like, say, put a bubble of energy around you. You could, like, visualize mirrors facing out, away from you, all the way around you. And, that would keep negative energy away. You could do sage, you could do sweetgrass, incense, whatever you think you need to do, definitely do it. Even prayer works for those that believe in it,
For sure. Then they say like black obsidian stone and some other types of crystals can help too.
Yes. Oh, definitely. Crystals help. Prayer helps if you believe in that. Visualize like white energy around you, like a bubble of white energy, or pink energy works very well. Visualize mirrors going, facing outward away from you. That will deflect negative energy. You know, it's all a matter of perspective and how you do it. But, you know, if you use those, it'll work.
For sure. So where do you see yourself in, like, say, 5 years' time? Do you think by then you're going to be out and about in your made-over bus?
Well, maybe that. I'd say probably farming proper, and I want to be able to raise cattle and horses and chickens, sheep and goats and that, hogs and whatnot. I wanted to do that since the age of 12, so I think that's where I see myself in 5 years, writing books and traveling a little bit, maybe paracons, you know, just different things. I want to try a little bit of everything, really.
Very cool. Do you have anybody that you've looked up to? Like, who's your mentor, if you could name a person?
Sylvia Browne. Sylvia Browne is absolutely my mentor. She taught me through her books not to be afraid of my abilities.
That's good.
That's-
So you said you
Go ahead.
you saw your first spirit at 3. Were you ever scared, or have you ever been scared by one in particular? If I could speak English.
Okay, when I was living in New Mexico, we lived in a very extremely haunted home. Myself and my cousin that was living with us at the time, he no longer does. But anyway, he and I both got scratched and burned and bruised. We had hot spots, cold spots. Pardon me. Tickling my throat. Disembodied voices. We had breezes. We had I was slapped and just everything you could name.
Wow.
We had every different kind of activity you could name. We had chupacabras, we had UFOs, we had Bigfoots or Sasquatches, we had shapeshifters and hellhounds, and oh my God, you name it, we had it.
When you're not there no more? How long did you stay there?
We stayed there for less than a year. It whatever was there ran us out. I mean, no, literally ran us out.
And it wouldn't leave, or it just kept getting worse, or?
Yeah, I tried everything I could to chase it all out, and it ended up running us out in the end.
Wow, that's too bad.
Yeah.
No good.
And we even, I believe anyway, we had something akin to what people would call demons. And they came to me in a dream and said, help us get rid of so-and-so that's also living on the property. I'm not going to name names, but anyway. And when you leave, burn the place to the ground. They instructed me very seriously to burn the place to the ground. They didn't want anybody there.
Wow.
Anybody, no matter what humans. We ended up having to sell the place, and we left. We ran. We literally ran. And it was attracting some very, very bad people that would home invasion rob us morning, noon, and night. They would not leave us alone. And we ended up having to leave. We finally packed the last of our shit up, and we are out of here, going bye, 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 bye. And
Wow.
no, we didn't burn the ground, but I don't regret leaving. Not a day in my life I don't regret leaving.
Well, it doesn't sound very fun to me either. Like, yeah, I can understand why you left.
Yeah. And we had remnants of the Pueblo Revolt War between the Utes and the Whites and the Comanches and the Navajo and we even had literally a graveyard of both human and animal bones strewn across the property.
Wow.
Yeah, you tell me, we'll both know.
Did you ever find out any history on that place at all? What happened, or what came? Where it came from?
All we knew was there was a history of war and violence on that property. And for whatever reason, no one can stay on that property beyond 3 years.
Wow. No one's lived there beyond 3 years.
No.
Oh,
Well, with all that going on, I can understand.
right.
Yeah, tracks really bad people and all that. I'm glad we got out of there.
So on a lighter note, can you let us know what is the funniest thing that's ever happened while you're investigating or working?
Oh my gosh. Well, I can tell you the cutest thing. There was one time I went to a local museum in Taos, New Mexico, and the spirit of a little boy, probably about 2.5 to 3 years old, followed me home. And of course, I was walking past my bedroom from my office room on one particular day, and I saw a little boy in my bed. I'm like, what the heck? So I backed up. I peeked in, and there's this little angelic little cherub of a boy, dark skin, bowl cut, straight black hair, sound asleep. I'm going, oh my gosh, I just melted. I sat there and smiled and just watched him sleep. I'm like, oh, I'm in love. That's it. It's over. Bye, heart. And of course, I'm washing dishes one day. I hear little feet pitter pat come down the hall. Mom. I'm like, oh, melt alert. Oh, how sweet. Bye, heart. Oh my gosh, it was the cutest, funniest thing. And that happened at home. I don't think I've ever had anything that funny happen in investigation. Every one of my investigations has been serious, but that one thing just still grabs me by my heart. And of course, about a week later, when I had the time to, I took him back to his mom. Oh, his mama was mad as a wet hen, fit to be tied, I tell you. I told her, Mama, don't worry, you raised your boy right. He was a perfect gentleman the whole time. He's a good boy. He said, I want to swat him on his butt. I said, go ahead, swat him on his butt, but he's a good boy. You raised him right. You done right. You done good. He was a perfect gentleman the whole time. And such a cutie. Oh my gosh. Adorable. Oh my heavens, on overload.
Cool. So you mentioned a couple different cryptids earlier. What is I guess my question is which one are you the most interested in learning more about?
Actually all of them, because I've talked with Sasquatch before. Yeah. When I was first moving to that really haunted property, I had a Sasquatch actually say hello to me, and we had a very nice conversation. Polite and sweet and, very neighborly. And then chupacabras. Don't even get me started on chupies. Those things are noisy little critters. One of them got down below our window. We were living in Arroyo Seco, New Mexico. One of them was under our bedroom window, and the other one was about 1,000 feet out from us. And they were screaming back and forth at each other, like, hey, knock it off. Go to bed. We're like, oh, I guess, no. Don't you all, Mommy. No, you go to bed. You hear me? You understand me? You go to bed. We're like, but, no buts. You go to bed. Quit screaming at each other. There's people trying to sleep. You understand me? They go, all right. I go, yeah, no, go to bed. They're funny, but they're sweet.
Hello. My kids are trying to make their way in here.
That's okay. They can come on camera. I don't mind. I'll just get my heart stolen. I don't mind.
No,
when it comes to critters and little ones, I mush.
She got a little cut on her hand earlier today, so she needs a new Band-Aid again.
Oh, well, give that cut a little kiss for Auntie, because that'll make it all better.
Sorry, kid stuff. I went through my entire list of questions, but I can think of probably 20 more already on the top of my head.
Go for it.
Interesting. So, ideally, I guess you said when I was looking at your Facebook, you were talking about different ways that you wanted to try to make this into an actual job. Did you want to go over some options on that? Like, because I was
Well, basically, I could go with like a psychic service, like Ornum or Psychic Oz or Keen or whatever, and do readings. But as well, if I wanted to, because I have the tables and the chairs and the linens and the lights and the stuff, the only thing I need is like about 3 large banners, and I'm pretty much set to go. I could do like a pop-up thing, travel around, with a little pop-up thing and do it that way. I could, oh gosh, there's so many different things.
Are you on TikTok?
Yes, I am.
Because I've seen several people get started up on there doing readings.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah.
They say the longer you can go live for, the more viewers you will gain, and then the more questions people will start asking, and the more business you'll get.
Yeah, I have to get my thing back up over 2,000 on my list thing again, because TikTok keeps screwing with my account, deleting people that I didn't give them permission to. So, yeah, I have to get mine back up over 2,000 in order to get to live.
To get to go live?
Yeah, they have a minimum of 2,000, I think, from what I'd heard, in order to go live on TikTok.
1,000.
Is what now?
It's only 1,000 to go live.
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah, I have well over 1,000, so I should be okay.
Just an idea I was thinking about when I seen your post.
Yeah, I could do that probably very easily, yeah.
What are your thoughts on investigations in cemeteries?
I'm okay with it as long as the ancestors are okay with me being there. In fact, I like sitting there in a cemetery and just listening to the ancestors talk. I ask them all the time, hey, just talk to me. I'd love to hear your story. And I have absolutely no fear of them. None.
How often do you go out to cemeteries?
Not often enough right now, because I'm still kind of moving into my space here, and I have a lot left to do. And I'm in the middle of working on updating my first book as well right now.
Ooh, do tell. What's your book about?
Well, my book is called Born into Shamanism. It's on Kindle Amazon currently. I'd like to do more than just that, but for the time being, that's where I'm at. And I'm right now in the note-taking process. I'm going to finish typing up 19 pages of notes that I took from, some source material I've been researching on. And what it does is it goes from my current lifetime through all my paranormal experiences in this lifetime. And then it goes into my past last life, my most current one. And it gives the background history on, from that lifetime, who I'm currently related to and how they relate between my past and my present. And it goes into things like paracriminology, what I've seen on TV, and how, I see what they're doing from a psychic perspective. I go into Santa Claus and, UFOs and cryptids and all this stuff, and then back again.
So it's kind of like a biography, sort of.
Sort of, kind of, in a way, yeah, if you will.
Pretty much. But yeah, no, that's really cool. I've always been interested in past life. I've been told you go to a past life regression person or whatever, and they can help you to know what your past lives were and stuff like that.
Do you know how many you had?
Yeah, basically, there was one photo I saw stopped me in my tracks. And I mean, just dead stopped me. And it's like all the memories I had of that time just kind of came flooding back. I wrote everything down. And so now it's all going to be in my book. And, I'm kind of fleshing that out a little bit more. I'm adding some stuff to my experiences. I'm adding a thing on cryptids, Bigfoot cryptids, all that. I'm adding kind of a little bit more to the UFO one, I think, if I'm right. I'm just adding a bunch of stuff to kind of help solidify the story, you know?
Have you seen John Yost's movie yet?
Who's?
John Yost?
No, I'm sorry, I don't even know who that is.
He is a UFO researcher and personal experiences. It's called Alien Abduction Answers. I think. It's a really cool.
No, all I've ever seen are crafts. I don't really have that much to do with UFOs. I've just seen crafts a bunch of times, or what I can openly assume is, but I don't know for sure.
Well, if you're interested in learning a little bit about that's a really cool movie. Well, it's a documentary.
Okay, I'll take a look at it. Okay. So anyway, yeah, essentially that's what my book is about. And my most recent past life, I was the wife of William H. Billy the Kid Bonney. I'm not kidding. I have the memories. I have the knowledge. I even have his entire family history collection. Birth, marriage, death, census, tax, lien, servant records, and a bunch of photos.
Wow.
A lot.
Yeah. Billy the Kid.
Right. How does your family feel?
Yes, some of those records will be in my book. So yeah.
Cool. How does your family feel about your line of work and like over the years?
They don't necessarily believe me or believe in it, but they're kind of starting to come around to accepting it. Most of my family doesn't believe in what I do, but it's just the way that it is. And I also come of very strong witch lines as well. So, yes, I do claim to be a witch. Yes, I know what it is to be one. No, I'm not scared of it. No, it's not harmful. No, it's not a bunch of BS that people have been bandering about lately. Anyway, it just is what it is.
No worries. So have you ever... Oh, go ahead. Oh, I thought you were about to ask a question. Have you ever done any research on the whole voodoo and all of that kind of stuff?
I don't know that much about it, but what I do know is Marie Laveau is my cousin. She is one heck of a lady. She is one heck of a lady. I've talked to her before, and I'll tell you what, she is a heck of a gal. I always send her lots of love and hugs and all that stuff, and I tell her, you know, whenever I need something major done, I go, girl, do your thing, and get on it, please. Please, Tess, please, the sugar on top and a cherry too. And she goes, yeah, sure, no problem. I go, cool. Sure enough, soon enough, things start popping. I go, cool.
So what are your plans for like your next investigation?
I don't have one right now at the moment, but I'm sure something will come along.
Are you working with the police at all right now?
No, right now there really aren't any cases that they're asking me to work. But if I come across something that I feel like I connect to, I call them up immediately. I say, look, I've got information. You guys got to know this. And I give them everything. I let them take it from there. I never hear back.
I'm fascinated by the idea of working with police and finding people that are missing. So I used to watch Sylvia Browne actually on TV when I was a kid. So it's very interesting. Do you have any advice for anybody that's just coming into their noticing that they have abilities or or just coming into opening their third eye idea behind it, what advice would you give those people?
We lost audio there.
Yeah. We can't hear you.
Can't hear. She's not muted.
No, she's not muted.
We lost audio with you.
She frozen?
She kind of looks like it now.
No.
Oh, I think she's just trying to figure out her audio.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, first things first with a newcomer to abilities, first thing, no fear. And I even put a part in my book, you know, having to do with teaching those with abilities, what I've learned from my predecessors. I put that into my book so they can learn from me as to how to handle it.
Yeah.
Cool. So what's your thoughts on the Reiki?
On Reiki, oh, I do that too.
Yeah.
I'm able actually to heal illness and injury. I've healed a couple of cancer cases, a couple of them that were really bad. Yeah. And yes, it does work. No, I don't know how it works, but yes, it does work.
Okay. That's pretty cool. I'm running off my list here. Rochelle, you have any other questions that you'd like to ask?
So she said the chupacabras were funny and playful, but when you see them on TV, they're always like these terrifying creatures.
They're not that bad. I mean,
Okay.
Sure, they mutilate other animals. You know, I've seen it happen on TV too. I've seen all that on TV. But overall, they're funny and they're playful and they're noisy. They're crazy, crazy noisy. I used to tell them, go sleep, go to bed.
And you said, did you see the Sasquatch or was it a spirit of a Sasquatch?
No, I didn't see it. I heard it.
Oh, you heard it. Okay.
Yes, and we've had a couple of Sasquatch experiences here too. One of them came through our yard here at my home, at my current home, a couple of times. And yes, I have photos of the foot tracks. I have a video of the foot tracks where we've gone ahead and measured them. They were like 1.5 feet long by about 6 or 8 inches wide.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah. And then the in between the tracks was like about 8 feet, I'd say, between the foot tracks.
That long of a stride. Wow. Yeah. I don't want to meet that in a dark alley.
I'm not afraid of them. They're actually very nice.
You don't want to meet that sitting in a dark room?
I really don't.
Oh, they're harmless. They're harmless. They won't mess with you unless you mess with them first.
Yeah, I have a feeling they're probably just about as curious as we are when we think about them.
Oh yeah. No, they're curious about us like we're curious about them. Absolutely. And they're very sweet creatures. I mean, as long as you don't fuck with them, they won't fuck with you.
That's true.
You know,
just like anything else.
They're more afraid of us.
Oh, it is with almost everything.
You know, I mean, just like any wild animal, you know, they're more afraid of us than we are of them. But I'd say just equally as curious, yes.
Makes sense. So, what about Mothman? Have you ever done any research or?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it. I've never had any dealings with it. Not that I don't want to. I just have not yet. Hey, there's always a first time for everything. Am I right?
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. So you said you didn't have any favorite for cryptids, but so
No, I like them all. I actually like them all. I have no fear of them.
Well, that's a good thing. I think if
I have no fear of them.
I'd probably crap my pants. Like, I'm not a big. Nope.
No, I have no fear of them. No fear. I have none.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Good for you.
And what's so nice here about the Sasquatches here, not only are they curious about me and mine, but whenever we're driving like up and down Highway 96 between here and Wairika, California, I feel like I'm being watched by something I can't see, but I can tangibly feel, and I feel protected. I feel like they're guarding me, guarding us, guarding my family, and I have absolutely no fear. It's just, I feel so protected and safe.
Wow. That's awesome.
I feel like they're guarding us, and it's a really nice feeling. It's like, well, I love you guys too. I absolutely do.
So, what kind of hobbies do you have besides your regular work?
Baking. I love to bake. Yeah. Cakes and pies and cookies and pastries if I can get a hold of anything. Yeah. I like to bake.
Very cool.
Thus the need in the kitchen in the bus.
I'm lost without my kitchen.
I can imagine. So, how many animals do you have right now?
I have 4. I have 2 dogs and 2 cats.
2 dogs and 2 cats. No farm yet?
No farm yet, but we're working on it.
Very cool. We'll send you some chickens in the mail.
I don't mind. I'll accept.
That's great. Well, usually towards the end of the show, Marcus does the spirited question, but he did not send me one. So I'm going to jump on my phone and find a good one.
Okay.
Right? Keep asking questions. There you go, babe.
What would have you had any experiences in the field, with technical difficulties that you don't like having them?
What?
No. I have not had a tech difficulty yet.
Okay.
Other than drained batteries. One time they did drain my camera batteries.
That's what happens with us a lot.
Yeah, that was only the one time. It was at the El Rancho Hotel in Gallup, New Mexico. I was taking pictures from the second to the third, from the third to the second floor in the stairwell, and sure enough, I got something, but soon after, down go my batteries. I'm going, oh, doggone you. Ah, no. Don't you dare drain my batteries. I was laughing. You goofballs.
The team, we invested in an EM pump, so that way it would kind of stop happening. You just kind of walk around with it and do short bursts, and what it does is it's supposed to put energy into the air so they stop trying to drain all your devices.
I just carried extra batteries on me. It wasn't a big deal.
Well, with the EM pump, we definitely have noticed though that it does make it so they don't drain your camera batteries or drain batteries of other things as much. It
right.
does.
But it really didn't bother me too much. I just put new ones in. I just, doggone you guys. Nah, don't be doing that.
No.
And yes, all my pictures are going to be in my book. Everything I've ever, witnessed or experienced or, all that.
And that you want to plug that one more time and let everybody know where that's at and available?
Yeah, sure. It's Born into Shamanism. It's on Kindle, Amazon right now, and I'm going to be finishing up reading probably tomorrow, either tonight or tomorrow. All my notes and stuff, and then I'm going to start from my notes. I'm going to copy and paste everything into my book, everything that I've got with my notes, And I'll have it updated and re-released by early October.
Early October. All right. Sounds good.
So, one thing that I was going to ask while I'm still trying to find a good question is, what's your opinion on orbs? I know that you said you've caught a couple in photographs, or orbs versus on video versus photography.
Well, I believe our spirit. I feel things in a very physical manner. Like, say something touches me, I can feel that. I can read energies like auras, and yes, I do believe orbs are spirit energies trying to manifest into actual spirit form. And I see, I hear, I feel, I sense, I know, and it just is.
So can you see and hear spirits?
Yeah, yes, I can. Mm-hmm.
I don't know where he goes to find his questions, but I'm not finding nothing.
It's all good.
You might just have to come up with one.
Oh gosh, that's something already. I'm running out of questions, but I bet you I got one. I can think.
Come on, guys.
On my brain, I have to have a list in front of me, or I forget 5 seconds later what I was going to say.
I totally get it. Same thing. It's pretty. As an empath, it's like I can feel, and then it's like things will pop in and out of my mind. No, I get it. I've been there.
I was just saying yesterday, I give props to people like actors and stuff that can like memorize all of their lines before they go to. I'm like, I can't even remember the counties in school. They make you memorize all the counties of your state in like a song. I remember the first 5.
I get it. I get it.
But so you said you didn't have anything ever funny happen?
No, not really. Not that I can remember.
I know Rochelle has.
I do not. You can on me. I don't have the funny stuff.
Is what now?
Maybe we'll have a new funny story when we go back to the Boyd house.
Yeah.
Although I did have one experience that, I mean, it makes me laugh now, but back then it was scary as hell. I'd gone to the birth. They closed the door behind me after stuff starts happening. And I mean starts happening, okay? I was at the bar, which was on my left, and there was all the tables and chairs and whatever they were storing in there, and on my right. So I touch the bar, I take a deep breath, kind of get a sense of my bearings, of what I'm experiencing, and I start hearing things moving behind the bar. I look over. There's Curly Bill Brocious, bartender, of course, historically recorded too, by the way. He's wiping down glasses, moving bottles of liquor around, talking to the various whoever's supposed to be around me, and I don't see anybody at that point. I'm going, okay, that's interesting. I hear somebody come up behind me, ka-chink, 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 dangle bobs and all that, hit the floor. And, ma'am, can I show you? You don't forget the high-pitched, nasal voice. Clanton. Yeah, I think, I got it. I'm with my family. I'm good. I'll let you know if I need your help. And all of a sudden, I hear this big, rough, tough, down in his diaphragm, growly Papa Bear. Ma'am, is that bothering you? I go, no, White, I got it. Thank you, doll. I'll let you know if I need your help. And they go back to their game, whatever they're doing. All of a sudden, I feel cold steel right here. And I feel it, pressure around my waist, and it's Ike holding me with his fist in my gut. I'm going, I'm thinking every cuss word. I'm praying every prayer I can think of. I'm like, let go. I mean, I'm struggling to get, let go, And Wyatt and his men, and I mean Doc Holliday too, who, yes, ma'am. About 100 feet to my left, to my right. I'm sorry, 100 feet to my right. And he's like, Ike, drop the damn gun. And I go, let me go. I'm like struggling to get free, and I'm praying, thinking, let go, come on, let go. And all of a sudden I hear guns cocking all to my right, and I'm going, and he's like, I said, but Wyatt, I was just trying to show the lady a good time. I goes, let go of me. And again, he's like, I dropped the damn gun. He drops the gun, drops me. I run like hell for where my dad is up on stage, and I'm like, pointing back toward the bar, and as I'm running, I'm hearing gunfire. I mean, bam, 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 bam. I'm going, oh crap! I'm running like hell, and I'm out of breath by the time my dad. I'm like, ghosts, and he's like, calm down, what's wrong? Ghosts there, and he's like, what ghost? I don't see. I go, you mean you don't see that? I mean, I'm literally sitting there seeing these guys shooting at each other. I'm going, oh no. I'm sitting there literally seeing them shoot at each other, fighting it out. I'm going, oh boy. Oh no. And all of a sudden everything just stops, goes quiet. I go, okay. That was interesting. So I kind of make my way back down off the stage and over back to where I was. And you can literally smell the gunpowder. I love the smell of gunpowder, by the way. I really do. I seriously love the smell of it. It's really nice. And I know most people can't stand it. I can. But, I mean, I kind of tentatively make my way back down there. And I hear, the big, Papa Bear growly down deep in his diaphragm, man's voice say, man, when you're in Tombstone, can we escort my man and I escort Tombstone? We'll protect you from Mike. I goes, yes, thank you. Yes. Yeah. And sure enough, every time I hit Fifth, which is the little offshoot street, and Allen, which is the main drag, there they come out of the Crystal Palace caddy corner from 5th and Allen, and they guard me everywhere I go there. I promise you. And then I found out a couple of years later that Wyatt, Doc, and their men are my cousins. Oh yeah. I found out they're all kin to me. I goes, okay, well that makes sense. And then about a year later after that, I find out I cleansed my cousin. Well, can we say I want a rematch? Can you say I want a rematch? Oh yeah, I want to kick his ass and then hug him. And go, don't you never, ever, never do that again. You scared the living pee-pee out of me. I'm gonna whoop your butt. No, I love these guys. No, they're good people. I love them. But honestly, the whole thing, folks, with the OK Corral thing, it was a fight over money, guns, drugs, and prostitution. No kidding, it was a family argument that got out of hand.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I seriously want to kick Cousin Ike's butt for scaring the living pee-pee out of me. I want to whoop his butt.
Well,
oh, man. No, he's a character. He's a character. I love him.
Very cool. Well, we are at the end of our hour. We appreciate you coming onto the show.
Hey, anytime.
Do you want to say your book name and where it's available one more time?
Yes. Born into Shamanism. Kindle Amazon. Go get you a copy. Read about the outlaws that got my family tree.
All right. Well, thanks so much for coming on. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Global Ghost Hunt video real quick, and then we'll close out.
Okay. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, and I'll do an update one soon and let y'all know what's going down. Hopefully, I'll have the land property, and this place is so gorgeous. Oh my gosh! Before I go, this land property we're getting absolute gorgeousness. There is like nobody around. It is like 5 miles from town, and any civilization, nobody there.
Nice.
Totally silent. I mean, no cars, no trucks, no neighbors, no nothing.
Very cool. Well, I hope you get it.
We hope so too. Thank y'all, and thank you for having me. It was fun.
Thank you for coming. Have a good night.
All right, y'all too. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Well, that was fun. I didn't play the Global Ghost Hunt video in the middle, so I'm going to play that now, and then we'll come back on and I'll close it out. Sound good?
Yep, sounds good.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on, Rochelle, and hopefully Marcus's family is doing okay, and we will catch up with him later.
Yep. Have a good night, guys. Bye, everybody.
Bye.